Good morning and welcome back to my desk, everybody. How's everybody doing on this sort of, well, not so great Winnipeg morning? Looking outside, it's definitely a snowy day out there, so we're just going to leave the snow outside and we're going to have a little talk in here. This is another edition of Hot and Sweaty in the City. Um, so, the last couple of episodes, I've gone over, of course, nutrition and dress and some of what we're feeling and how to communicate with our partners and some bonding time with them and the people in our lives. But today, I want to talk about the absolute shocking lack of information there is out there about menopause. Now, do you ladies agree with me? I mean, realistically, if you were to look online and research menopause, whether it be pre, post, or whatever, because they say there's three phases of it, right? Uh, you're not going to find a whole lot of variation. Um, you're going to see a lot of nutrition is key, vitamins are key, heart health is key, um, but you're going to go through it and good luck to you till the end. And that's essentially what I'm seeing. Um, I know that it's because that really we haven't had a great deal of time in order to be able to continuously monitor and view menopausal women. It's only been in the last 100 years, from what I've seen and heard, from doctors and people on the internet that are all saying the same thing. There hasn't been a lot of research done about menopausal women. Up until 100 years ago, we really didn't. Women didn't go through menopause because we didn't make it to menopause. Because they're saying that the average woman starts going through menopause between the ages of 45 and 55. um, Back before the 1890s, women apparently died before they got a chance to experience menopause. So, not sure how to quite feel about that. Um, on one hand, okay, I guess women escaped that biological factor from that time, but on the other hand, it did nothing for us, women of this time, essentially, because we didn't know about it until after, I believe it was 1898. French doctor coined the term menopause in France. So that is where our term for our end of life or end of reproduction cycle comes from. And that's what menopause is it's the ovaries and everything coming to the end of their cycle, meaning we're not going to produce eggs anymore, we're not going to have periods anymore, we're not going to have children anymore. That part of our life is now gone to the wayside. Which, okay, fine, I'm good with that. um, I've had my kids, I have grandchildren now, so I'm lucky in that respect. And I just think that now the conversation has to lead for us women. um, Not so much, I mean, we all had an abundance of information during our younger years, during the years when we were childbearing, during the years when we were going to the doctor for our physicals and for our every 6 month exams and things like that. So we had a lot of knowledge about, and doctors have a lot of knowledge from what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding. A gynecologist after medical school will go to, I believe it is a 4 year program for his specializing in gynecology. Okay. Now, your gynecologist, apparently, from what I've heard from other doctors, gets a whole bunch of information about women in their younger years during their childbearing days, having their periods, um, gynecological surgeries that they might have to do for women during their childbearing years, such as the extraction of a child through C section and things like that. But they know almost squat about us during menopause. From what I'm hearing, they get something like a 30-page pamphlet, ladies, this, right, in their overall curriculum that has to deal with menopause. I'm also hearing that a lot of the information that doctors are giving us in terms of heart health during menopause is wrong. Or, well, not wrong per se, because it's actually right for men, but it's not right for us. So there again, we're losing out. They're giving us the misguided information that will help men during heart attacks, but absolutely do nothing for us as women. And all of this I'm seeing and I'm learning, and I'm coming to the conclusion that, ladies, we just got to start talking. I don't know what else to say. Um, we do. We got to start talking about it. We got to start talking about the symptoms. We got to start talking about what we're experiencing. We got to start talking about how it makes us feel. Because from what I'm noticing, and I'm sure a lot of you do too, there are so many varied answers on questions that we have going through menopause, and it's because no two women go through it the same way. Like, I'm lucky I get to take the natural route, so I'm not on any hormone replacement therapy, although I don't discredit that for the women that go that route. I mean, I hear that for them it can be absolutely monumental and almost life-saving. So kudos for them for having that for themselves. There's no shame, ladies, on either side of the coin. If you're lucky enough, like myself, who I have good health, good medical bones, as they say, because in my younger life I had a good balanced diet, like my start was correct. So that just allowed me to carry that through and allowed me to utilize that now later in life. So what I'm hearing is a lot of doctors are saying, in particular about women during menopause, is that we come in vitamin deficient, and vitamin B particularly. Um, and that's huge. Like, a decrease in vitamin B will often give you symptoms that coincide with your menopause. And so it's like the heart palpitations, lack of energy, lack of concentration, things like that. So we're already trying to combat that with our menopause. Never mind having a deficiency that just drives that even further up. So, if you're experiencing a lot of menopausal symptoms, my recommendation would be to go back to your doctor, advocate for yourself. Say, look, I'm a woman at the point of menopause. Whether it is that you're still getting your period, or it's sporadic, or you're like myself, where I'm a few months into the phase where I haven't had my period anymore, then it's time to go talk to the doctor and say, look, um, I understand that menopause comes with A, B, C, and D for symptoms. And yeah, I got them. I got them in spades. But I don't think it's just the menopause, right? So it could be actually that vitamin B deficiency could actually be exasperating, or rather causing those symptoms to be worse. So I would then say, yeah, go to the doctor, get a blood level check done. Check to see where you're at. It could be iron, it could be protein, it could be vitamin B, it could be vitamin D, it could be manganese, it could be anything like that. Fiber is really important. So, all these things that they're telling us are important in our diets and for ourselves, have always been important, but now even more so. Because women during menopause often suffer from things like cardiac arrest. We suffer from things like osteoporosis, MS. Like, these are conditions that through better diet and knowing what a better diet is, and the foods that we need to eat and how to implement those into our diet, is a huge thing. You wouldn't think food was that important. I mean, it's important, but no, like, really, our diets are monumental at this time of life. Monumental. So I wanted to bring all that to the forefront for this episode and just sort of say, ladies, let's get the conversation rolling. I want to talk with you. If you are postmenopause, premenopause, past menopause, know somebody with menopause, your wife has menopause, your sister has menopause, you have menopause, like, whatever it is, come on and tell me, my Winnipeg girlies, what's going on with you? How are you feeling today? What are some of the things you've noticed about your menopausal journey? Did you go the hormone replacement therapy route? How long were you on it? What was it like? These are all things that I think we need to open up the door to. And again, I'm done putting it in the closet. It doesn't belong there, ladies. So I'm bringing it out and I'm talking about it everywhere and with everybody. So, yeah, come on board, have the conversation, and keep it going. Because I think that our silence has been slowly killing us, ladies. Like, really. Um, to not have information for more than 100 years, and what we do have is so little because of the technological advancements in medicine. I mean, right? We know what it's like for the common cold. We're a lot more complicated in our cycles and what we go through. So let's keep this conversation on the go. I want to talk to you. I want you to talk to me. I want to know what's going on. I want to know, spill your tea, ladies. Grab a cup of coffee and come on over to my page and clickety clack for me and tell me exactly what's going on in your world because I want to hear about it. The more we talk about it, the more we get it out there, the more information gets out there. And maybe our younger generation won't be so in the dark. And I actually have, it's kind of funny. Okay, so we all know the Golden Girls, right? We all love the Golden, well, okay, I love the Golden Girls. I thought they were an awesome sitcom. So there was Sophia, the mother, Dorothy's mom, right? Little Italian lady, really cool. Okay, so I remember a quote from her from the show, and it goes something like this: I was standing in front of my stove stirring my sauce. One minute I had my period, nobody said anything. Years later, stirring my sauce, my period was gone, nobody said anything. I figured this is life, and I went back to stirring my sauce. Oh, funny little saying, but if you're thinking about it from a woman's standpoint, that in itself speaks volumes about how we haven't talked enough about menopause or really at all because there's so little information out there. I think we need to get the conversation rolling for sure. Thank you to everybody, and thank you to all my Winnipeg girlies and everybody out there watching. And please stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel. There's going to be lots of more hot and sweaty in the city videos coming as we go. And again, the journey has just begun. So stay tuned and stay talking. And I want to hear those answers, girls. Till next time, thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.